Nice and quiet, please. We are rolling. Thank you.
I'm Norma. I moved from Hong Kong to the US when I was 12. I was pretty good with numbers. I don't know, it just came natural to me and I had a great career in finance. But I had this strong calling inside. Cooking for someone is like my love language. After banking hours, I would buy groceries, design everything I want to cook for the weekend, creating content, and just sharing on social media. Quickly, I got about 100,000 followers. That's when I realized it's maybe going somewhere. I really wanted to create a platform that can influence future generation to enjoy cooking, and that's when I decided to go all in. My company, Day Day Cook, which started as a passion project, found its way all the way to Wall Street. My two passions in life was stock market and cooking. So now I'm bringing it all together, food, finance, and Bitcoin, and talking about it with all of my good friends. Welcome to Dishing Up Bitcoin. Nobody knows his real name. He likes it that way. He's been one of Bitcoin's loudest, most unapologetic voices for years. He showed up today. I made food. We're going to have a very interesting conversation.
Hi.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Oh, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen.
I'm so sorry.
A shorter
Which way you want me to go?
walk-in. You can come in here. Hey, American
you.
Auto in my excited.
Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for being here.
I'm excited. So what are we, I have no clue what we're doing, so.
Perfect.
It's been many years since I've worn an apron.
Yeah, but I hear that you also cook at home.
Occasionally I do, yeah, I usually do steaks.
Steaks, okay.
And
So
then my
you're
wife does everything else.
man in the grill.
Yes.
All right. Today, we are also gonna do a little bit of barbecuing. We're gonna do a pineapple bun.
Okay.
You're thinking about why would we barbecue a pineapple bun?
Yeah.
So we're gonna stuff it with barbecue pork. So we're gonna start there.
Okay, cool.
Do you marinate your steaks?
I never do, no.
Okay.
But I like dry brining them.
Okay.
So like, just salting and leaving on a wire rack.
Right. You got the terms, very
Yeah.
technical terms going on. I like it. So anyway, we got some sugar, salt, and white pepper. And then we're gonna add the soy sauce, Chinese cooking wine, sesame oil, and a little bit Asian touch, and the hoisin sauce. Final 5 spice powder. And you can whisk that for
Okay,
me.
I will.
Let's start from the beginning though. Like, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
How's that look?
That looks great.
Originally, let's see, I was born in California, and then my family, we moved to DC, and then we moved to Arkansas, the South. Then we moved to Las Vegas, where we are today. I moved to Chicago for college. So I've kind of lived like all over.
All over the
in
place.
the country, like
Yeah.
switched schools a lot when I was a kid, that kind of
Oh
thing.
wow. Why were you guys moving around so much?
My dad was a corporate guy, and so it was like literally just
Wherever
chasing
corporate.
fiat dollars. Wherever the corporation sent them is wherever we ended up.
Who cooked at home for you when you were young?
And my mother was a horrible cook.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, so I really hated being at my house. Or not because of the food, just because I hated my home life because I was a severely neglected child. But so
Not because of that. Okay.
So I was always at other people's homes. I learned to just eat whatever their mothers were making because I didn't want to go back to my own house. All the other kids would be like, "This lasagna is gross," and I would be like,
You're
"I
chowing
love
down.
like Mrs. Smith. I love this lasagna. Please, like, I would like some more."
So now that you
Yes.
we've marinated the barbecue pork, it goes in here.
Cool.
You're gonna help me put it on the rack.
Yes, ma'am.
We are gonna put some water underneath. So it's like a steam bath.
We've spent 12 years proving one thing. Security and scalability are not trade-offs, they're the same product. As a pioneer among digital asset infrastructure companies, there is one thing we know. Digital assets will continue to innovate, and BitGo is designed to harness that innovation. The future of finance is being built right now by the visionaries and disruptors all on the BitGo platform.
I also seen some of your interviews where you also talk about your grandfather and your dad as well.
My grandfather mentioned in like a Bitcoin context because he was stationed in Casablanca during World War II, and a buddy of his, a fellow GI, had done like gray market currency trading where he was like, basically all the refugees fleeing Europe were coming through Casablanca, and he was illegally exchanging whatever they had on them, pound sterling for American dollars, and making like a small fortune doing that.
Yeah.
And I remember my grandfather telling me this story when he was, I was probably like 12 years old. And I go, "Grandpa, why didn't you do that?" And he was like, I don't know, I should have. It was like for 50 years he had never thought about it, and then finally he was like, yeah, no. I was like, yeah, our family could have been rich if you if you had just done that. And I think in the Bitcoin context, it really put in my head early as a 12-year-old that like, oh, you can exchange money for different forms of money and make money. Like that's very confusing. You know, like you wouldn't think the world works that way, but of course it does, obviously. Yeah.
Wow, that's so early. I mean, that seed was planted in your head when you were 12.
There were a lot of these little seeds along the way that like led to Bitcoin for me. Like another one was I was looking for drugs, okay. On the internet, as one does.
Naturally.
Norma. Yeah, naturally.
Where else would you look?
Right. In 2011, there was the Silk Road, which is like very famous in Bitcoin terms nowadays. And me and some friends were trying to buy dimethyltryptamine, or otherwise colloquially known as DMT, which is a very potent psychedelic. Have you ever done DMT, Norma?
No, I haven't.
You should try it.
And not just because I'm on camera. No, I really haven't.
Well, I finally found the aliens when I did DMT. Like that's when I did meet the aliens.
That's when you found. Yeah. Okay. So that's the secret sauce.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But we ended up not buying drugs through the Silk Road because it's a felony, and I was like, that's dumb. I'm not going to commit a felony to get these drugs. I can get them in town like a normal person. And so I sourced them locally or whatever. But I was about to buy Bitcoin, and then I didn't. I decided, okay, I'm not going to buy Bitcoin. I'm not going to buy drugs on the Silk Road. Like that's crazy. The Bitcoin price was like $7 at the time.
Okay, so the Silk Road only took Bitcoin.
It only took Bitcoin.
Oh, so you had to buy Bitcoin
you
to
had
get
to buy
to
Bitcoin to get on the Silk Road.
Okay.
And the Silk Road really was like the first like killer app for Bitcoin.
Right.
And so me and a friend who had been trying to buy the drugs, he came back to me like 2 years later. We were at the bar, and he goes, "Dude, do you remember Bitcoin?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "It's $1,200." And I was like, oh my God, this was like my chance to get rich. Like I blew it. When it had crashed to like $200, I finally like bought it. Then I had my father's voice in the back of my head basically being like, you're an idiot, you're about to lose all your money. Like you really need to like know what you're buying. And so, you know, when I first bought Bitcoin, I didn't even know there was like 21 million Bitcoin or anything.
Right.
I just kind of YOLO'd into it because I was like, this just seems like the right thing to do. Because I had my father's voice echoing in the back of my head, I finally like did my diligence. And when I did my diligence on Bitcoin, I was like, okay, this changes everything. Like this really is like the biggest thing that's happening in my lifetime, and I need to kind of like devote my entire life and all my resources to it.
What did you study in high school, or like what draw your attention in high school, and what did you major in college?
So in high school, let's see, I graduated high school with a 1.6 GPA, which is really bad.
I remember, it's 4.0.
4.0 is good.
Okay.
1.6 is like, you have to like work to get out of high school with a 1.6 GPA. It basically means you're functionally retarded. You know, I don't know if I can say that on the show, but like, that was me. I had a 1.6 GPA. And then I went to college. I went to film school. That was when I finally got serious about sort of, you know, life and my craft and everything. And, you know, finally started to take life seriously. And not just...
and why film school?
Because I graduated high school with such a bad GPA, I was like, I don't know if like being a doctor or a lawyer is in the cards for me, you know, but like filmmaking is like, basically anybody can do that.
Wow.
Look at the camera, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I think the barbecue pork is done now. So now the next step is you help me chop these into tiny little pieces. And this is gonna go into the bun that we're gonna make.
What size do you want like the cubes to be?
Very tiny.
Okay, very small. Like a julienne style.
Oh yeah, your terminology is on point, I'm telling you.
I always feel like I wish I had like fancy knife skills, you know what I mean? Like the guys who are like, but I always do it really like crappy.
I think you're doing great.
It gets the same result, but like it's not, I don't have that good technique.
All roads lead to Rome.
Yes,
So we're gonna
exactly.
get there.
Exactly.
I mean, what was your first cooking experience? Was it for your family or did you cook at home?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I used to make omelets. I got really into omelets as a kid, and then
Okay.
I would just, make omelets at home, and
Yeah,
like that was kind
why
of.
omelets?
They seemed easy to make, which I later learned they're not easy.
They're not.
Like a good omelet is very difficult to make.
And there are different types.
But I think I had gone on vacation with my family to like a Embassy Suites or something in the 90s and seen they had like an omelet bar.
Right.
Remember like the omelet
Right,
bar?
yeah, you pick your own thing that goes into the omelet.
And so I had seen a guy whipping up omelets at the omelet bar, and I think in my 8-year-old brain I was
You're
like,
like, I want
could
to
do
be
that.
I want to be that
I
guy.
could do the omelet bar.
I really think that you actually cook more than you tell me.
Like so my wife makes like the everyday kind of food, and then all the special occasion food like Christmas,
All the
Thanksgiving.
big stuff. and
Yeah,
you-
it's kind
you
of like
come
I
in.
take over. And,
Oh my God, that's like how my dad is too.
Totally.
Yeah, my mom does all the like daily home cooking. My dad
Yeah.
does all the big, Chinese New Year dishes.
There's this meme on the internet which is your dad randomly making a 5-star meal once a year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I feel like that's like the kind of dad I
That's
am.
you?
Yeah.
Great.
Once a year, I just gotta flex on everybody in the house. Just let them know.
You're like, this is my territory.
Exactly.
Now we move on to the next step. We're gonna make the bun.
Cool.
Okay. So we add the flour. Basically, all the dry ingredients go in
Okay.
there.
Dry first.
Yeah.
What's this one?
Um,
Cake flour.
so bread flour and cake flour.
Bread flour and cake flour. Got it.
Okay, that
And
goes
then
in.
Salt, sugar.
That one is sugar.
This one's salt.
Yeah. So do you bake at home?
I don't, but my wife does. And she's very good at it.
I'm gonna mix it a little bit, and
Okay.
then let's start the egg. Let's crack the egg in the middle. Yeah. Yeah. So we just kind of mix this for a little bit.
Cool.
And then the milk and the heavy cream goes
Yeah.
in as well. And what about this moped that you had during the time? Does that overlap with your
So
casino
that does
experience?
overlap. Yeah.
Okay.
So in 2015, that was when I first got into Bitcoin, like the end of 2014 into 2015. And in 2015, I became obsessive with Bitcoin. Just like I had done with many other things in my life, whether it was like skateboarding or filmmaking. Or
All in.
I'm just all in. Search for extraterrestrials, like whatever it is. I'm all in on whatever that thing is. So I got all in on Bitcoin and just became a crazy person and was putting all of my income, all of my wife's income, or she was my fiance at the time, but I was like, give me your money. We are going to put this into Bitcoin.
Right.
And then I sold my car.
You were in your mid-20s at that
Yes,
time.
I'm in my mid-20s.
Okay.
So I sell my car and I buy this cheap Chinese moped, which is called the Tao 50.
Okay.
Which stands for 50 cc's, right? Which is a very underpowered moped. It would do 35 miles per hour downhill with the wind at your back, and
It's slightly better than the bike.
yes. And so I spent, 2 years driving that piece of crap all around Las Vegas in the scorching sun in the summertime, mixing it up in traffic, like almost getting hit. I crashed it one time. My shoulder is still a little clicky from that, I was just being an absolute madman. And everywhere I went, people would make fun of me because it's a very abnormal thing to do in the area I was living. So
You
everybody
don't
else.
see a lot of Tao 50.
I was the only Tao 50 in town. Everyone else had a car. And so I would show up to like a friend's baby shower and I'm on the Tao and people are just like, what? This guy's an idiot, And
rolling up in slow motion. It's like, is he
exactly,
here yet?
Exactly. And I later talked to a friend about it and he goes, I used to see you riding that stupid moped around town. I thought you were the dumbest person in the world. And then he finally bought Bitcoin like in 2021 and he was like, I realize now you were like years ahead of the curve and I should have been buying Bitcoin at that time too. But in 2015, it was an absolutely insane thing
Yeah.
to do.
Do you still have the Tao 50 right
No,
now?
I sold it to some meth heads.
Man.
Unfortunately.
Oh my God.
I really wish I had it back.
Right?
Because I would love to just park it in like
in front, like in the garage
in
or
a
something.
nice garage
Yeah.
someday, like next to a Ferrari.
I'd be
or
like, that's
something.
the Tao 50.
Exactly.
It got me where I am today. You ready to get your hands dirty?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Get that out of from the bowl. We're just gonna like. Sure. Okay, I had a slightly different idea, but that worked just fine. So let's knead it a few times.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen your wife done this at home many times. So
Yes.
it's like watching live.
Well,
demo every day.
I make pizzas for the kids sometimes, so like Neapolitan style
see?
pizza.
There you go.
So I actually do
the guy
make,
that doesn't bake and
Yes.
making Neapolitan
I
style
actually
pizza.
do make dough and I make pizzas for the kids.
Okay.
And so I do the kneading.
Yeah, you're a pro. I gotta learn from you. What would be the most extreme example that you've done?
It's like stack Bitcoin. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Selling the car and driving around for 2 years on a moped was pretty extreme. And then just being super cheap, spending money on nothing. I've told people that my dream scenario would have been to like literally live at a homeless shelter.
Right.
And then put all the rest of the money into Bitcoin.
Forget about rent and everything, right?
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it would have been hard to keep my fiance happy at the time.
Yeah, it'd be hard to date.
If I was
It'd
living
be
in a
harder to
homeless
date
shelter.
in
Yes,
that
exactly.
in that backdrop. How would you describe your wife?
Long suffering. No, she's been very good about allowing me to be me. We're like very much a team, and so we have like a vision for what the future looks like, and we both work diligently to make that vision happen.
That's amazing.
And
that's so hard to find,
It really. I told my wife last night. I was like, I literally think our marriage is so good that like it doesn't sound real. So I don't want to tell people about it. Like even when you're asking me now, I'm like, should I even tell Norma? Because it sounds like it's fake or I'm bragging or something.
No, I'm so glad.
Yeah, so that's like, I very much love my wife.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
And your family. I know it definitely sounds like a very wonderful family you've created for yourself.
Yes.
But during these up and downs, I mean, look at how Bitcoin pricing is behaving recently.
Yes.
Were there moments that you thought about, oh my gosh, I've ruined everything, this is not gonna work out?
There's this like phrase in Bitcoin culture called Bitcoin Zen, where where it's like, I don't even think about that, dude. I know inevitably that Bitcoin's gonna win and like it's all okay. I don't have that feeling. I mean, I do have that feeling about Bitcoin, but about the emotional ups and downs of the journey, I feel like it's very painful. Most of the time, it's very painful.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like that's a positive thing because life is stupidly easy. I think we all like take modernity for granted, but we're in an air-conditioned, like nice Airbnb shooting a cooking show, and like this is not like what anybody in the past would have considered work, right? They would have been like, "What? That's not. Nobody's working here. This is nothing, right?" And so I think just we take caloric abundance for
granted.
For
sometimes,
granted,
yeah.
like we every basically one of our ancestors were in caloric deficit, and they had to like work and labor hard to like earn their calories. And now we have so much abundance, we're all so fat and everything. I mean, not you, you're very svelte, but like the rest of us are very fat, Norma. And it's like the struggle of Bitcoin is actually a positive thing because it gives you back some of the
Humility.
yeah, and like the pain and the struggle and the sacrifice and like anything that's worth having in life is fucking difficult to achieve. It's really hard to get. And if it was easy to get, then everybody would have it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
But because it's so difficult to get, that's what makes it valuable.
All right, we are 2/3 of the way.
Cool.
We're gonna do the crust, and then we're gonna pop into the oven,
Cool.
and then we can enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Cool.
All right, the final step for this
Okay.
recipe is the pineapple in the pineapple bun.
Okay.
So we're gonna make a pineapple right now.
Okay.
So it's basically the crust that goes on top.
Oh, okay.
So mix everything here.
Yes.
So we have the flour, sugar, milk powder,
Okay.
baking powder, baking soda. That is the shortening. A little bit of vanilla and egg.
Cool.
Now you're gonna start mixing with your
Okay,
hands.
just with the hand?
Yeah,
Okay.
just with your hand. We're gonna feel it to get it to the right texture. So tell me about American HODL.
Yes.
Who is American HODL?
American HODL is a dude whose hands are sticky as fuck right now. The name came about from the painting American Gothic, which used to be my PFP on Twitter. And I took a Bitcoin logo and put it over the wife's face. I kind of figured, the painting is called American Gothic, and I was like, American HODL kind of fits.
Right.
And there was already like Mr. HODL on Twitter, so I didn't want to, copy his thing. So I was like, I'm gonna be location-based HODL. So I was, and I was like, I'm kind of like a typical American dude. It pretty much works,
What I hear is you also refer yourself as Slim Shady.
Okay.
So you have
call me Slim Shady,
you
yeah.
have like a personality on X.
What
What is that about?
Well, yeah, so I guess like American HODL is like my personality on X, American HODL is kind of more just like the real me than like my real identity. And basically I'm a person who really cares deeply about Bitcoin. I really care a lot about America. America was the world's city upon a hill. It was this like shining beacon that was offering, freedom and prosperity
The
and
American
opportunity,
dream,
the
yeah.
American dream to everybody in the world.
Yeah.
And I think that if you look at the way America functions today, if you read the Epstein files, it's like, I don't know that we are that America anymore. And I don't know that we have been for, since Kennedy was shot or something. And so it's like, where is the new American dream? Where does it live? And I think it lives in Bitcoin. And so the synthesis of like, somewhat American nationalism mixed with like Bitcoin maximalism is really just about saying that like America's a good place, it's strong, it's a dream worth fighting for, and in some senses it is dying, and in order to protect ourselves, like we have to go into Bitcoin, we have to like continue going west.
And when you say we, you mean you want to tell more people about Bitcoin and you
We
want
meaning,
to share that as
I
well.
literally think this applies to everyone on Earth. I talked, because of like our Bitcoin internet stuff, I'm like in contact with, just people from all over the world. People in Kenya, people in Haiti, people in Japan, Italy, America, wherever, right? And I think we're all united by this like shared purpose and this shared vision of, basically a more free and fair system. And I think Bitcoin is sort of like the world's new city upon a hill, like what America once was, in that we are offering prosperity. Like people say, like, what is the killer app of Bitcoin? It has no killer app. The killer app of Bitcoin is being able to store your wealth, which is really a proxy for your time, because you had to spend time away from your family, doing the things that were meaningful for you.
To earn the money that you
in order
make.
to earn the money that you make. And so then how do you store that money? How do you save that money in the future when it's constantly being devalued from you? And a satanic pedophile cabal is basically expropriating it via inflation. How do you
Protect yourself
Protect
against
yourself,
that.
yeah. And I think Bitcoin is the way you protect yourself. And I think that prosperity is the thing that people are actually searching for. I don't think they're looking for a new way to like transfer money online. I think we have a million ways to transfer money
Yeah,
online.
absolutely.
They're looking for something that's going to store their value over time.
Okay, so we're gonna divide the dough into 6 equal portions,
Okay.
and then we put it on top. When I was growing up as a kid, pineapple bun was my favorite thing.
Nice.
Yeah, and then my favorite part is actually the crust.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make extra big crust today. Start rolling this one,
I'm
like
excited.
rolling in flat.
Okay, just
in like
flat.
more like a circular
Okay.
shape, so we can put it nicely on top of the bun. If you feel like it's too thick, you can also remove some of the dough. Do you think that a style of promoting Bitcoin or educating Bitcoin has changed over time for you?
I think I was a lot more bombastic in the beginning. What I've really found out after extensive trial and error in trying to get people to be orange-pilled, as we say, like to understand Bitcoin, it really has to be these internal touch points from your own life that bring you to Bitcoin. It sounds like heady or whatever, but there is that moment when you connect with something like Bitcoin and you go, yeah, my life led me here, And I think as more calamities befall the world, like COVID, et cetera, there will be more financial crises in our future. I think more people are going to have those realizations as the future confronts them. The people who got to Bitcoin earlier are the people who were kind of misfits, who were sort of institutionally betrayed and abused by the system, and so they had a reason to get to Bitcoin early. And normal people are going to have it forced upon them as the world gets worse, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think it's a moral responsibility for you to kind of teach people about Bitcoin?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like it's immoral to short Bitcoin. And people that do don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. No, I do. I really do think it's a moral responsibility. I'm not trying to say it's like I'm on some righteous quest, but I literally feel like I'm on a righteous quest.
I'm not saying that, but I am.
I am saying that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so now we have the beautiful crust on. We're gonna brush this egg wash on top. Maybe you do,
Yes.
you do the final 3.
Get some on the outside.
Hopefully this will meet your expectation of like a Napoleon pizza.
Yes.
So
I
do you-
never make Asian food at home except for like
Yeah?
stir fry or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I love Asian food.
Now you can add barbecue pork
Yes.
to your recipe. All right. It's going in. 12 minutes. Well, looks like we're gonna enjoy the buns with some beer.
Pop open the beer.
Yep, you do that. I'm gonna take the bun out of the
Will do.
oven. I don't know how they're gonna turn out. We've been working here for 90 minutes.
I know, if they're not good,
If they're
I'm-
not good, we're just gonna chuck the beer
Yeah.
and start all
Exactly.
over again.
There you go. I'm game. I worked hard for these sticky buns.
Oh my god. They look perfect.
They do look good, actually.
So this is pineapple bun.
All right, I'm excited.
So you know why they're called pineapple bun?
No, I don't.
We have no pineapple in the recipe.
But it's because they look kind of pineapple-y?
They look kind of like the the outside of the pineapple.
Yes.
But anyway, dig in. So
Okay.
one is the plain version, and then the other one is barbecue pork. Oh my
Ooh, it's hot.
goodness!
Actually, I'm gonna switch. I'm going this one.
I love this.
Should we cheers?
Cheers!
All right, let's see. All bun. I didn't get
no barbecue pork yet.
Well, the bun is super good.
And the crust.
Yeah.
First of all, like I was a little bit, not super nervous, but a little bit nervous.
No,
like
to me-
women
nah,
with
nah.
you today, because everybody is like American HODL is like super secretive.
No, no.
Like nobody knows what to expect. So I'm like, really? So I was like super nervous. And then they're thinking about like what to make with you.
Yeah.
And because American HODL is your exterior, is your character, is your personality.
It's like the shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the inner is sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
barbecue.
But then you take a bite, right? It's like something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
It's warm, it's sweet and savory, and it can be a surprise.
My insides are mainly barbecues. You actually got that right. No, it's really good.
You mentioned that you meet people halfway, you meet people where they need to be met to make that connection. I'm so glad you came on today, and you've been really wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
sorry you felt nervous. These guys scared you.
So your grandfather planted a seed in you very early on. When you think about your own legacy and what you pass to your kids now, how does Bitcoin play a role in that?
Yeah, I do think about Bitcoin as being the birthright for not only my children, but collectively our children, in the sense that like this is a 1,000-year project that we are gifting to humanity. And somehow, just by like divine circumstance, we got to be the people who are here at the changeover,
At the very
or
beginning.
the infancy of it, right? And so I do feel like that is a sacred calling. And I know people like, it's so funny because people hear that you talk like this and they're like, okay, bro, okay, Bitcoin, bro,
Yeah.
fucking yeah, you bought magic internet drug money and now you think you're a prophet, like, right? And it's like, I get that, but I can't help the way I internally feel about this, and this is the way I feel.
A lot of times people look back and say, you bought it really early on, 2014, 2015, or even earlier, 2013. And we look at the prices now, and we think about where it's going to be.
Right.
It is still very early.
So here's a crazy thing I tell people, and this is, it's true in my case, and I believe it will be true in the future, which is that when I first bought Bitcoin, it was $200, right? And now when the Bitcoin price fluctuates $200 plus or minus, I literally don't even notice it. And so it sounds crazy, but if you buy Bitcoin today at like $60,000, you are not going to notice in the future when it moves $60,000
Yeah.
up or down. And the reason why is because if you check in on your portfolio and like let's say Bitcoin's at 2.86 million versus 2.8 million, you're going to look at it and go 2.8.
You round it up or round it down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So you won't even notice, which is kind of crazy to think about. But that's how significant the exponential or the logarithmic growth curve is on Bitcoin, where like in the future, yes, Bitcoin is going to like millions of dollars a coin, even though we're like in a bear market or whatever, and we're down at 50% plus in price. I have no problem eating sticky buns with you, Norma, and telling you that I feel very confident that this is going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to go to multi-millions to coin. Cheers.
Cheers. It's so good. I'm definitely eating another one.
I'm so glad this is your first pineapple bun and then we made it together.
This is great.
All right, so HODL, I know you don't tell people this, but you can tell me. So what is your real name?
Jeffrey Epstein. I had a lot of fun. Norma was really sweet. This kind of stuff will bring more people into Bitcoin because really how many people are interested in nerds talking about math. It's a lot more accessible to like watch somebody do a cooking show, you know. Are there any more actually? I might.